Hey, y'all, Zach McDonald, your real estate agent with Real Property Associates, and today's question that every home buyer should ask is, what is a seller disclosure? The seller disclosure is a disclosure from the seller to you as the buyer, and this disclosure is going to be revolving around the house. So you're going to get information about the house that's obvious, and some of it maybe that's not so obvious, the things that you might not notice as a buyer when you're looking at the house, but things that you should know nonetheless. So this could be the stain underneath the rug in the living room, right on the hardwood floor. This could be that just reoccurring electrical issue that isn't fixed. It could be that leaky roof in the middle of the summer that you would have no clue the roof's leaking, but the roof's been leaking. These are things that the seller is going to be asked on the seller disclosure form. And this is a 6-page form, at least at this point it is, it used to be 5, that has lots of check boxes. Yes, no, don't know, not applicable. A lot of sellers will click don't know or check don't know on a lot of the options, so it is fairly common to see that as an answer if they're not confident, especially if they're maybe were a landlord and weren't living in it as recently. But what you're looking for are yes, no answers ideally. Yes, no, don't know. And then there's a not applicable section as well. The sellers will go through 6 pages of these check boxes, and they're going to answer questions from, is it connected to the sewer, to is the roof leaking, is there lead-based paint that you know about? It's a super exhaustive form. And for you as a buyer, it's super helpful because you get to see what the seller knows. Now, could a seller lie on this form, and could they hide things? Yes, they could. Should they, or do they normally? They shouldn't. Do they normally? Not in my experience. I haven't had a client call me recently saying, hey, Zach, I think the seller was really trying to pull a fast one on this one. It does happen, but it's not super common. But this disclosure is that last opportunity for the seller to cover their butt. Cover their butt. That's what this form is for. It's an opportunity for them to disclose. And so when I'm working with a seller, I'm always disclose, disclose, disclose. Don't hide anything. There's no benefit in being deceptive or hiding anything. And as a buyer, you want, in good faith, you want to expect that they're doing that for you. And when you go and sell your house, you want to do the same thing for the next buyer. There's no benefit to trying to pull the wool over people's eyes or hiding things, being secretive about it. If there's an issue with the house, put it down. So that's the advice that I give to clients. My hopes that other real estate agents are doing that as well. But this seller disclosure form is that last opportunity for a seller to share what they know. And you as a buyer, of course, should get an inspection. We'll talk about that in the next video. But this is the seller's disclosure to you, and then you as a buyer will have opportunities to do your own due diligence, and we'll answer that one in the next video.